Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Approach the Bar with DanceBeat. This really seems to be a case of deja vu because we've managed to put the band back together yet again. Now, if you'd have been watching Approach the Bar in July of 2017, you would have realised that these guys had just finished their farewell tour with the Chippendales. If you'd have been watching I think he lost his weights somewhere other way. If you'd have been watching Approach the Bar with DanceBeat in July of 2018, you would have seen that these guys had just opened on Broadway in Kinky Boots. In fact, they were just warming up the parts for Mark Ballas. So we are at this little event in Boston, and guess what? This weekend, the world champion New England Patriots were trying out for new cheerleaders. So guess who's in town? So there's only one thing we can do. Let's talk about the DanceBeat dance-off and the amateur Latin at the DBDC.
A D.
Okay.
Give me a B. Give me a D. Give me a C. What you got? Did you ever hit?
That's a video. So in this amateur Latin, into fourth place we had Pasha and Gabrielle. So, Klaus, take a mic.
Whoa. Okay, so having just seen them dance, or having seen all the couples dance very recently, I thought that this was quite a good night for Pasha and Gabriella. I thought where perhaps some of the other ones were not quite firing tonight, I thought they tended to look good, because I think that they are very consistent in what they do. They have a consistency and a particular style that where I don't think that the feeling on the night matters quite so much. I still personally feel that their mechanical abilities, they are not quite on the same level as the other three couples. So with that, the starting point somehow is a bit lower. So even when they have a good night, I feel it's difficult for them to really challenge the others. I've said it before, I think that Pasha has this kind of a gliding movement style, which makes it, to me, look a little bit unrhythmical and sometimes a little bit flat. I think Gabriella is a super talented dancer. I really like her. I like her style. I like the structure of her body, her movement. And if somehow Pasha could work a way to get more angles into his body, I think that they could easily challenge higher. So although they had a good night, I still didn't quite feel that they were able to really put a dent into the couples in front of them.
Okay. Great answer. King of Canada.
So I actually really like them tonight. I think they danced one of the best. For me was very important that they was able to create the atmosphere for themselves and also for audience. There is a few things what disturbs me. One of the things is like I would really love if they could more, if he can lead more with his back and hips instead of just arms. But I think they had a great night. They was able to create the whole atmosphere. They had fun. They was on. So that's from me.
You, Colin?
All right. It's very difficult coming third and talk about the same couple on that, because I think many of the points have been covered. I have to say that I'm not happy at the moment the way Pasha is developing. In respect, and I'm not saying he's not working, I'm sure he's working all the time, but with this very general approach over... Oh, we're on now, Greg, and you're in.
Let's talk about the ballroom, come on. Are you being serious now with these couples?
Yeah.
Come on. I think we should have a segment that the ballroom guys don't agree with the Latin guys.
That's
It's all right. We've already got this angle where the Latin Greek guys don't agree
They never agree.
with the Latin
They
guys.
never agree.
Well, I think we just had Mr. Andrew Sinkinson and Mr. Greg Smith invade our space. But Colin, please continue.
It's very difficult to talk about. I think the couple after the two of you have really covered most of the areas in there. I would like to pick up a little bit on this grey area where Pasha is very general. I see that he has passion, but there's also music, and I'm unaware of where his arms and legs are going in relation to what he's dancing and to who he's dancing with. I'm not saying it looks crazy. I just think that this is an area maybe you don't like so much or so clearly, but it really needs some attention. I do think that in Gabriella we have a super girl, and I know that when you hear that, it's like, oh yeah, Gabriella again. Yeah, no, you are good, Pasha, but there's definitely some areas that you need to pay attention to, because you will look better, but you'll be better for Gabriella at the same time. And then, Klaus, you said they don't always start off on the same playing field, and I think here then you will have that edge and can actually use that as a platform to challenge even stronger.
Now, luckily for me, once again, I was actually not in the room when this particular comp was going on, so I can talk about something that happened later, but we are now going to move into the third place couple in this event. Hey guys, we need a minute to ourselves, so we will be back with more from the DBDC in Boston, Massachusetts.